Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I finally have a what sold video for y'all. That I have not had one of these for about a month or so because of just taking a break and all the craziness. And if you've watched some of my recent videos that have been uploaded, you kind of know why. If you're new to this channel, my name is Karen. I'm also known as Tiny Gold Elephant on YouTube, Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, and Instagram. So go ahead and follow me on any of those that you're on, and let's get into this. If you guys are a little confused about my hair today, if you haven't seen one of my other videos yet, I got a body wave perm yesterday, and so I am not allowed to wash my hair for 3 days, and today is Thursday, so I can't wash my hair till Saturday afternoon. I'm a little anxious about that, so I can't do anything with my hair. It's just a bit of a crazy, weird, kinky, curly mess, and I look like I'm an 80s flashback right now. I am going to be starting on April 10th and going to April 25th. That is 15-day span. The first item is on April 10th, and this is from the estate sale that I recently went to, and it is a vintage black cashmere and fur neck cardigan. This was a beautiful item, and I just absolutely loved it. I never even got the chance to even try to wear it because it sold so fast. It was in, I think, 4 or 5 days, which is pretty good for me, honestly. And it ended up selling for $45. I ended up making $36 after Poshmark fees, and I was so excited about that because it honestly only cost me like $3 after figuring out per item all of the items that I got from that estate sale. So the next item that sold is also from that estate sale haul, and it was a vintage handmade bright floral cross front caftan, and this one did have that old smell to it, but it was a very different kind of style and kind of design. It ended up selling in about 3 or 4 days. No, it was about 4 days, and it sold for me for $55. Poshmark fees were $11, so I made $44 off of that minus what it cost, so that was about $41 in profit after everything, and that made me super happy. Summertime and springtime is always a very good time to sell caftans, and the ones that sell the best are usually the bright floral print ones, and that was exactly what I've been selling lately. So whenever I'm at an estate sale, that's the first thing that I go looking for, is those bright floral print caftans. The next item, these are ones that I've had for a little while, and they were a huge spend for me. I got them at Uptown Cheapskate when they were doing a clearance sale, and they are one of 2 pairs that I got. These are a pair of men's Free Note Avila Slim Taper gray jeans in a size 29. They were new without tags. I really don't think they were ever worn. If they were, he took extremely good care of them. And they ended up costing me, after discount for clearance, $36, which is a big deal for me to pay up that much for a pair of men's jeans. They did end up selling for $125. Poshmark fees were $25, and my earnings were $100. So when you minus the $36 they cost me, that means I made $64 off of this one pair of jeans. So that was definitely worth the risk that I took trying to sell those. I do have one more pair, and the other pair is a dark wash and not a gray. So I'm probably going to be relisting those soon just so I can try and get them sold. All right, next item is a nightgown full length from Victoria's Secret. It's a maroon colored silky maxi length nightgown, and it was kind of a one shoulder, but then it didn't have a ribbon right here. This one I did get at the bin, so it probably cost me like $1, and it sold for $23, which was an offer to liker. Excuse me for a second. I have a super dry throat today, so it's just causing me problems with trying to talk. So after Poshmark fees and cost of goods, it ended up profiting me $17.05. The next item I sold was on April 11th. This is a J. Crew olive colored scalloped hem linen skirt. I did get this one at the bins, so it probably cost me around $1. I sold it for $15. My earnings were $12. That meant after cost of goods, I made around $11. So that's not bad for just a simple skirt. A lot of skirts are kind of a hard sell right now, but they seem to be getting a little bit better, and that's why I started picking up more skirts and dresses and heels and stuff like that again, because people are starting to go back to work. The next item is also on April 11th. It was a Lane Bryant gray floral high-low 3/4 sleeve sweater. This sold for $23. After Poshmark fees and cost of goods, it ended up profiting me around $17, excuse me. And this looked like it was just a beautiful piece that's going to be very comfortable and a great staple in somebody's closet. That makes me very happy. And it's always good when stuff that I get from the bin sells really fast, because I have such a low cost of goods. Getting things in and out of my closet fast is really, really good. Next item is also on April 11th, and it was also from the bins that I got in one of my recent hauls. It's a Pottery Barn cream knit decorative pillow sham. It has the little baubles on it and everything. It was very, very beautiful. It ended up selling for $17 from an offer from a customer, and my earnings ended up being $12.35 for that piece. The next item is on April 12th. This was another item from that vintage estate sale haul that I got. This was a vintage Herald Place 1980s color block knit top. It was a kind of square shaped sort of knit top, and it was one that I almost considered just keeping myself, or at least wearing it once, because I really like the style of it. It's definitely very on trend and kind of current right now. It ended up selling for $24, and so I profited around, after cost of goods and Poshmark fees, around $16 even, which is great for something like that. Next item is on April 13th. This item is a pair of shoes by Simply Vera Wang. They were some gray kind of suede pointed toe embellished flats. I have had them for a while. I did get these at the bins, and so they cost me maybe $2. Someone sent me an offer for $15 for them. My earnings ended up being around $7.54, which is great. I have been selling a lot more shoes recently than I have before, which makes me very happy, because I have about 200 pairs of shoes in my inventory, and I would be very happy to get some of them moved on through. Next item is one from one of my recent bin hauls. It's sold on April 13th. It is a Sturgis 77th annual gray zip-up hoodie in the size XXL. I knew it wouldn't sell for a whole lot, so when I got some likers on it, I went ahead and set like a 50% off offer, because I knew it would sell better. It did have a lot of discoloration and some like grease staining and stuff on it. However, because of what it was, the fact that it's from Sturgis and that, you know, that kind of stuff usually sells really well, I figured if I sent out a really good offer like that, that it would sell fast, and it did. So, and ended up selling it for $12, and because it was a little heavy, after Poshmark fees and cost of goods, I ended up making around $5.30, which isn't an amazing profit, but when you consider the little bit of time that it took out of me, I mean, that it's not bad. The next item I've had in my closet for maybe a couple of months. Like I said, I like having a fast turnaround time on the items I get. This was a vintage Sue Mills blue plaid pleated mini skirt. I ended up sending an offer to somebody on it, and it sold for $10. So I profited, I think, $6.35 because it was very lightweight, and the person was very, very happy, left me a great note and everything. The next item sold on April 14th, and they are a pair of Born lace-up brown leather Oxford shoes in kind of an older style. I still pick up Born even if it's like a different kind of style, maybe a little dated, and they sell anyway just because these were in a really, really good condition, almost perfect condition. So they sold for me for $21. I did get these ones at the bins, and so I ended up profiting around $13.50. Next item is a Sundance white tiered ruffle high-low top. I have had this one for probably 7 or 8 months, and it was one that was given to me, and so that made me pretty happy when I was getting all of those donations during COVID and everything. So after Poshmark fees and no cost of goods, I ended up profiting $7.55 off this piece. I thought it would sell faster than it did. I think just because it was a very, very basic piece, it took a little bit longer to sell than I thought it would. The next item was another piece that I got from the bins. This sold on April 14th. And it was a waterproof lightweight diaper bag with this really cool pattern on it. After cost of goods and everything, that ended up profiting me probably about $4.85. Next item that sold was on April 16th, and it's by a company called French, F-R-N-C-H. It's a striped button-up shirt dress, kind of an older 60s, maybe 70s style. And I did get this one from the bins. I've had it in my closet for quite a few months, and so I was very happy that it sold. I did send an offer to Liker for this one, and it ended up selling for $9. Probably only cost me around $1, so I made about $5 off of it. It was a very, very cute style. I definitely liked it. It wouldn't have looked great on me because of my body type. I think it's definitely a specific kind of design that looks great on certain body types, and that's why I didn't even try it. Plus, it was definitely not my size. The next item is another one that I got from, well, actually, this one I got from Deseret Industries thrift store, and it's a Nordstrom brand brown maxi length linen button-up dress, full-length button-up, and it was in absolutely perfect condition. I ended up sending an offer to Liker for $18, and after Poshmark fees and cost of goods and shipping discounts and everything, I made $8.05 off of that one. And it didn't take very long to sell. I think it was maybe 2 weeks. I always pick up anything that's linen because it usually sells pretty well, even if it's a different kind of style. Okay, the next item that I sold was on April 16th, and it was a pair of Paige jeans, and they were the Hoxton crop raw hem skinny jeans. I had them listed for, I think it was $45. I sent an offer to Liker for $35. They immediately accepted. And so after cost of goods and everything, considering I got these at the bins, I ended up making $24.35 off of this specific item. Next item is a pair of St. John's Bay, which is not something I pick up anymore, so this is a very old item. They are a pair of dark wash denim Bermuda shorts. I did send an offer to Liker for $8. These are ones that I picked up at the Goodwill outlet or Goodwill bins. And so my earnings probably ended up being like $1.65, which is a pretty crappy return. But at the same time, it's better than me having to donate them and not be able to make any money off of them and end up losing money. Next item is an Anthropologie brand. It is Saturday Sunday, and this is a kind of different sort of top. It is very, very beautiful. It was a stunning piece, and it had different cutout embroidery and everything on the very front, and it was also on the back kind of like a sweatshirt, but it was short sleeve. It's a beautiful piece, and I'm surprised that it took as long to sell as it did. I finally sent an offer to somebody who recently liked it for $15, and they immediately accepted. So since it was one that I got at the bins, it ended up profiting me $8.35. The next item that sold was a Torrid brand purple lightweight boyfriend blazer, and it was in a size 2, which for Torrid is a 2X, and it was a very beautiful piece. There was absolutely nothing wrong with it. When I sold it, I sent an offer to like her for $18. She accepted. She got it, and then it ended up opening a case and saying that one of the lapels was stitched and the other one was not, which was not like that when I had sent it. Then she ended up canceling the case and just keeping it and putting in the tiny little stitch herself, which honestly isn't a very big deal. I would have just fixed it if it was me, because I mean, getting a Torrid blazer like that for only 18 bucks is kind of a big deal. Torrid stuff is not cheap when you buy it brand new. So I ended up profiting $9.85 off of that piece, which isn't a ton, but it makes me very happy, and it sold very fast. The next item is by Shein or Shein. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce that. I hear people say it both ways. So I did pick up this one at a specific thrift store, which isn't one I go to very often. I've only been to it once so far. But this was a new without tags Shein blush pink cottagecore boho maxi length kind of dress. You could tell it had never been worn. It cost me $5. And so after it selling for $25 and Poshmark fees and cost of goods, I ended up making $15 off of this dress. And I did price it so that it could go very fast. I've been trying to do stuff like that more recently so that I get things going through my closet faster. Next item was a rare Free People long sleeve sailor neck green kind of top, like a thermal sort of top. And it's not the typical one that you would see. I have had this one for a long time, almost a year probably. I did get it at the bins. That's when I picked up just about everything Free People. However, those are definitely not ones that I'm going to be picking up anymore. The Free People thermal tops don't really sell as good as they used to, or at all in that matter. So this one I ended up selling, offered a liker for $23. After Poshmark fees and cost of goods, I made about $15.45. So after having it for that long and then finally selling it, that made me very happy, because I just need to move some of that stuff out of my closet. Next item that sold was an Isaac Mizrahi Live Bohemian tunic style swim cover. This one I got at the bins, sold it for $15. It ended up, after Poshmark fees and cost of goods and everything, making me $10.35 in profit. So this next item did sell on April 18th. Sorry, I was forgetting to tell you guys the dates of the other ones. This is an Anthropologie brand. I did get it this last summer at a yard sale. It's Leaf Stotier. I think that's how you pronounce it. It was a flying geese pencil skirt with this hunter green lace piece on the very bottom. It did end up selling for $26, and I ended up profiting, I think it cost me like $1, so I got around $19 profit off of this piece. So next is another Anthropologie piece. This is a Mauve orange and cream vintage style midi dress. I've had this one for a long time, almost a year, and I thought it would have sold before now, but it just didn't. The Mauve dresses, you never know when they are and aren't gonna sell. Some of them do really well, some of them just sit. This one looked like it was brand new, to be honest. I ended up selling it for $10. I sent a very low offer just because I'd had it for so long when somebody liked it. So after Poshmark fees and cost of goods, I ended up profiting around $6 on that piece because it was very super lightweight. Next is another pair of Paige jeans. These are a distressed skyline ankle peg jeans in a size 30. They ended up buying them full price for $45. So after Poshmark fees and cost of goods, I ended up profiting around $33 on those jeans, which made me very happy. It's always good when you get a higher priced item, because I do sell a lot of. Okay, next is a 3-piece bundle. It sold for a total of $59. The first item was a pair of Born multicolored leather strap wedge sandals that I've had for quite a while. Second item was one that I just recently got that you'll see in one of my just recent hauls. And it was a Maurice's new with tags black and white striped wrap dress. Then the third item was one that I'd gotten in probably 3 or 4 months ago in a bins haul. It was by the brand DR2, and it was a new with tags paisley crossover front mini dress with a front tie. So after Poshmark fees and cost of goods, that bundle ended up profiting me around $41 even. Next item is a Land and Women's mandala design swim top in a size 20 wide. I did end up sending a offer to Liker for this one. They accepted at $13, and after cost of goods and Poshmark fees, that ended up profiting me around $7.55. Next item is a pair of soft SOFFT brown leather retro style heels with the button detail on the front. I did send an offer to Liker for these. They ended up accepting at $17. And so because these shoes are ones that I got from the bins, I ended up profiting around $9.85. And then next on April 21st, we do have another pair of shoes. These were Vionic silver snakeskin pointed toe flats, which I thought would have sold for a better amount and faster than they did. However, they did sit for quite a while. I ended up sending an offer to Liker for $25, and because these are ones that I got from the bins, my profit ended up being around $17.50. Next is a pair of divided H&M tan lightweight jogger pants. They were ones that I got from the bins. I have had them for maybe 2 or 3 months. I did end up sending an offer to Liker for $12, and after Poshmark fees and cost of goods, I made around $8.35 on that pair. Next is an item I got from the bins. I've had it for over a year. It's by JOA Revolve textured cross open front romper. It did have a tiny little stain on the back. That was the only imperfection. This brand usually does resell for quite a bit more, and that's why I was able to find the stock photo for it. It was a very recent piece. I did send an offer to Liker for this item, and I sold it for $15, and after Poshmark fees and cost of goods, it ended up profiting me $9.95. Next is a very recent piece that I got. It's by Analog, and it's a chambray style men's button down shirt. I ended up sending an offer to Liker for somebody with this one, and it sold for $12. And because it's an item that I got from the Goodwill bins, I ended up profiting $6.25 on this particular item. Next, on April 22nd, is a pair of Enzo Angiolini red leather square toe flat shoes. They ended up selling for full price. I had lowered the price recently for $30. I did get them from the bins, and so after Poshmark fees and cost of goods, they ended up making me $22.05. Next is another sale on April 22nd, and it is another pair of shoes. These are Clark's Originals men's Trigenics Flex men's leather shoes. These sell for quite a bit more than what I sold them for, but they had been sitting for a very long time. They originally cost me, I think it was $8, and I sold them for offer to Liker that we kind of haggled back and forth for quite a while and settled on $28, which is much lower than I wanted them to sell for. So after Poshmark fees and cost of goods, I ended up making $16 off of that pair. And to be honest, I'm just happy that they're out of my closet because they've been sitting for over a year now. Next, on April 22nd, also another pair of shoes. These were a pair of Born copper and silver flower toe leather flats. They did sell for full price at $35, which made me, after cost of goods and everything and Poshmark fees, $26.35. Next item was a pair of soft surroundings, new without tags, embroidered hem white pajama pants. I picked these ones up at the bins. I was very surprised to see that they didn't have any flaws or anything on them or any stains. After someone offering me $15 for them, I ended up profiting $11.35. Next item was another pair of shoes. These were a pair of Sam Edelman black, new without tag, patent leather Felicia flats. I did get these at the Deseret Industries. That's an hour away from me, where I get a lot of the good shoes that I find. These ones I thought that I would end up making a little bit more money on than I did. However, someone did offer me $30 for them, and I'd had them for about a month or so. And so I went ahead and took the offer. These ended up profiting me, after cost of goods and everything, $19 even. This next item sold on April 24th, and it's a Maeve by Anthropologie dusty blue v-neck shift dress. I did pick this up at a thrift store that I was at in Las Vegas. It's on my thrift haul when I went with one of my awesome subscribers, Ilana, and she kind of showed me all the cool thrift stores and everything there. So this ended up costing me around $2. Customer sent me an offer for $20 and I accepted. Ended up profiting $14 even on this dress. Next item that sold was on April 24th, and it's a pair of American Eagle stretch high-rise jegging cropped jeans. These ones I did pick up at the Goodwill outlet or the bins. Yes, I know. And somebody sent me an offer. Actually, I sent someone an offer for these because I had them for a while. And American Eagle jeans are sometimes a little bit difficult of a resell. But they were in perfect condition and they were high rise, and that's why I grabbed them. So these ones I sent an offer for $13. Hi, littles. This is my littlest guy, my caboose baby. And I ended up sending an offer for $13, and so since these were from the bins, I ended up profiting $6.35. Next item was a Banana Republic lightweight denim fit and flare dress. I did get this one from the bins also. I sent an offer to somebody for $25, offered a liker, and I ended up profiting, after cost of goods and everything, $16.35 on this dress. Next item is on April 26th. This is a Lane Bryant brown linen blend cinched side skirt. I mainly grabbed this because it's a size 20, it's Lane Bryant, and it is linen blend. And those are all three very good things to pick up. So this person, I sent them and offered a liker for $25. They accepted. After cost of goods and Poshmark fees, it ended up profiting me around $6.28. And the very last item that I sold for April 10th through the 26th is a vintage Michael Kors fit and flare sheer mini dress. This one I've had for about a year. I thought it would sell faster than it did. It's a very neat and interesting vintage piece. Somebody offered me $28 for this item, and so I went ahead and accepted very happily because it's been in here for a while. And after all of the cost of goods and fees and everything, I ended up actually getting a profit of $21.05, which made me very happy. So that is the total of items that I sold for April 10th through the 26th. And I will go ahead and put totals up here on the screen of everything that I sold because I don't have them added up yet. So if you guys like these kind of videos, go ahead and hit that like down below. It really helps out the algorithm for me. And YouTube has changed how they do things. And so if you would like to see any of my videos from now on, please make sure that you actually hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification so that you can be notified whenever I put up new videos. So I hope you guys like this video. My little guy Owen back here. I will be putting up what sold videos once a week from now on, try to kind of get back into the swing of things. So I will talk to you guys in my next video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Have a great day. Love you guys. Bye.